Hello guys and welcome to this Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I am gonna talk about the new fusion Gnishak Verminlord. Now, he is supposed to be obviously a bomb champion. One of very few that places 2 bombs on a AoE skill. Because this skill attack all enemies and places 2 bombs on each target for 2 turns, then grants an extra turn. This is very, very unique. Very few people, well, champions in this game, have a extra turn mechanic. And with this, he can place bombs, then he will attack with this skill right here, that also will decrease the detonation countdown of all bombs by 1 turn and increase poison duration. So, when I first saw him, I thought, well, he has all the downsides of a normal bomb champion. If the bombs get resisted, or if the enemy has immunity, or resist, or they get cleansed, or anything happens, then guess what? The bombs don't land and you lose the battle. And quickly, I realized, attack all enemies, and attack all enemies, so he can use both of these AoE skills. And if they have good multipliers by themselves, then he is potentially an insane nuker. And at the time when he was new, we didn't actually see the multipliers yet. But right now, I searched it up on Hellhade's site, and there is the multipliers. And my god. Because I am really surprised actually that no one that has access to the test server tried him full nuke. Because guess what? He's potentially an insane nuker, and I will show you the math. Pretty simple. But yeah, so he will hit with this skill, then instant hit with this skill. So personally, ignore the bombs. The bombs hits as hard as any other bombs, whatever. Or you can build him like bombs and crit. That might also be very good. But alright, let me show you the math here. Okay, notepad. Okay, so as you see here, here are the Trunda A3. How does that work? Well, her damage multiplier on the skill itself is 3. That is in itself very low, but the book multiplier is 1.3. This is her base attack. But also, if this skill did not land the stun, it hits twice. That means this skill will hit for 12,542. This is without additional attack, without crit damage, stuff like that. This is just the pure stuff. So it is not quite right, the math there, because the base attack isn't like a pure damage multiplier, because you have flat attack from other sources, and that kind of mitigates a little bit the difference in base attack. But just to have a rough idea, this means that the Trunda A3 hits for this. And she is considered one of the hardest hitting AoE nukers in this game. Ray A2 though. This skill hits very, very similar to the Trunda A3. Because this has another condition, that the damage is increased by 1.5, well, 50% increased damage if there's a debuff on the enemy. That means lower base attack, but this multiplier plus book multiplier, plus this skill multiplier itself, that is 4.3. That means her AoE2 hits for 11,000 about there. So slightly less than Trunda. And these are some insane nukers that can one-shot the enemy team. But then we start to talk about Verminlord guy. Let's see. One of his skills. Let's see the multiplier. Okay, we'll take one by one. Gnishak, A2 plus A3, yeah. This is one of them. I'm not sure if it's the first or the second one. But one of the skills has a damage multiplier of 4.5. That is higher than both Trunda and Ray. But he does not have as good book multiplier, and he does not have the conditional multiplier that it hits twice, or that it deals 50% more damage. His basic attack is similar to Ray, so this skill by itself only hits for 6,756. That is a little, yeah, about half. But then his second skill, because he will hit with both, because he hits with the one, he gets an extra turn, hits with the other one. And the other one has a damage multiplier by 4.6, very similar to the first one, basically the same. And this does 6,900 damage, like comparatively. And if both of those, if you get extra turn and hit that, guess what? That is 13,000 damage. And if you take a look then, Trunda dealt 12,500, while Gnishak did 13,600. So that means... Oh, you don't even see this, do you? 1 second here, guys. Boom. There. You just add these two numbers together, these two numbers here together, and you get 13,600. So that means he will hit harder than a Trunda, because he also does not have any condition with this skill. Like both of Trunda and Ray does have a condition. Ray does have to not land a stun. Trunda, I mean, have to not land a stun. Ray have to have a debuff on the enemy to deal 50% more damage. Gnishak will just do the damage. He does one skill, extra turn, then hits with the other one. The only downside to this is that he hits once. That means the enemies can counter attack. So if there are some really strong A1 nukers on the enemy team, they might counterattack because of the passive skills and masteries and stuff. But if he does not die, then he will also hit it with the other one and deal more damage than a Trunda. That is ridiculous. So this is why I just say ignore the bumps. The bumps is not gonna be close to this damage. You can build him with crit and some accuracy to have some bumps as well, like maybe that's potentially better. There's some mouth there because the bomb multiplier is 5 attack. So if you do some mouth, you might find a sweet spot there, but building him with high accuracy is just really hard. But yeah, so that means he is gonna hit harder than Trunda. Well, there are a difference between the two. If we take a look, I can remove the notepad now, we have the math. He's gonna hit insanely hard. But he is red affinity here. His red affinity, his base health is a lot lower than a Trunda. Defense about the same, whatever. Speed 105, but still, yeah. The biggest difference is that he is red affinity. But that is also a good thing, because against a lot, if the enemy has a lot of red affinity champions, well, basically he cannot weak hit them the same way that Trunda can, because Trunda is weak affinity, but he's not. So you open up with this skill, attack all enemies, plus a bump, whatever, but you're gonna ignore the bump part, just build in full damage, then you're gonna hit with this and do double insane nuke. Like, I don't understand why no one in the test server that I have seen, of course, have done this test, because even if his multiplier was 3 instead of 4.5, he would still be a good damage dealer. If it was 4, he would still be similar damage, but since it is 4.5 and 4.6, he's gonna hit harder than a Trunda. So yeah, that's it, guys. So I really suggest that you go for this champion if you don't have a insane nuke from before. But even if you have a Trunda, he is a red affinity champion that can hit insanely hard. So yeah, be sure to try to get him. Personally, I will try to get him, but I did some mistakes because I assumed, since he's a bump champion, I assumed Plarium would not be crazy and give him good damage multipliers. Like, you see his kit and you think bumps, but no, don't go bumps, just go damage, and that's gonna be the by far most efficient build. Like, what the hell? I assumed his multipliers was gonna be trash, so I prepared not to fuse him. but I was wrong. No one knew the multipliers, so I can't really, yeah, be at fault, or anyone else can be at fault, but yeah. Because Bomb Champions has so many downsides, but build him as a full nuker. So I actually used up all of my shards a couple days ago when there was a 2x event and stuff like that. I had like 8 or 9 second shards, but now I got one today. I was so lucky, but yeah, I hope I have enough to get this champion otherwise. The good thing though is that it requires 4, 8, 16, wait, 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 of the same rare. And that means there's kind of easier to skip one event. Maybe you can get lucky with the pulse and actually get one of the rares or one of the epics or whatever. And maybe you can be lucky here as well. So, yeah, I'm not going to go over the other ones here. They're probably decent in their own way, but yeah, who cares? So, try to get him. He's going to be ridiculous as a damage nuker. Yep. That's going to be it. He is going to be hit harder than Trunda. Good luck, guys. Leave a like, subscribe if you like the video, and I see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.